Hello, and welcome to LunaYes. This meditation is a train journey into deep sleep, told in a story fashion. You can use this meditation for sleep at bedtime to ease your mind into a peaceful state. Take just a few moments to get comfortable. And adjust your pillow and blanket as needed. Turn this device so that the light isn't distracting. Take a few deep breaths so that your body can begin to naturally relax. As you release your day and all of the things that were fighting for your attention. Nothing else needs your attention today. It's time to focus on you. To show yourself some kindness, love, and care. Letting go of the to-do list. It's time for you to get the rest you need and deserve. Nothing needs my attention. Nothing requires me to be present. Simply relaxing. Focusing only on my voice now. Let's grab our ticket for our adventure. Quietly tapping my foot, I patiently wait in line as each person ahead of me purchases their train ticket. I can barely contain my excitement. And as I look at each smile, I think to myself, they are just as excited as I am. I love this old train station. The history it represents. The thousands of people who have passed through this station. The sweet, warm hellos and the tearful goodbyes. The wooden planks remind me of days gone by, as most everything now is made of cold concrete. The pace of life is a little slower here, and that is just fine with me. It's always nice to take time to slow down and enjoy the day a little more than normal. The old wood is in need of a fresh coat of paint, but honestly, the aged wood is beautiful and appealing as it boasts of its rustic look. Thankfully, the line is moving rather quickly and the process doesn't take long. I step up to pay for my ticket, and the gentleman who takes my money greets me with the warmest smile, almost as if he has known me forever. His wire-framed glasses sit nestled on the edge of his nose, and his adorable round cheeks raise with each smile he gives away so freely. Quickly pushing a few buttons, the ticket prints with ease. He gently tears the ticket off the spool, and with a nod of his head and warm wishes, he sends me on my way, as the train is due to pull into the station soon. I slowly step across the platform and gaze out over the gorgeous blue sky. I take a big, deep breath of the crisp, fresh air, as much as my lungs can possibly hold as my eyes scan the horizon. The blue sky is full of giant, fluffy clouds. Each one slowly changes shape as they dance their way across the sky. The gentle wind is refreshing on this sunny day as the cool breeze catches my hair. The meadow around the train station is vibrant with life and color. The thick, lush grass was inviting, and a rainbow of colors covered the area as far as the eye could see. The wildflowers are rustling in the gentle whispers of the wind, as I notice a few bees float from flower to flower. The powerful sunbeams warm my skin, and I am overcome with peace as I close my eyes and turn my face towards the sun to soak up each and every ray of warmth the sun offers. The golden rays of light pour out their warmth and love over my entire body. I take in a few deep breaths, allowing nature to refresh me to the core. This is right where I'm meant to be, surrounded by the pureness of nature and the beauty that fills my heart with comfort. I open my eyes as I hear the rumble of the train as it rounds the corner and slowly comes into view. The mighty engine is massive as this powerful beast rolls to a stop. People are chatting excitedly as they exit the train. Their laughter and giggles make my heart swell with joy. While listening to them chat about their adventure and the beautiful sights they saw as they walk past. I'm giddy with delight as I step aboard, and shuffle down the aisle to find my seat. I choose a seat beside the window so that I can soak up every ounce of beauty nature gives so freely. I sigh with a deep sigh of relief, relaxing deep into my seat as people quickly move down the aisle to find their seats. The train car is an older model, but that's okay with me. The seats are slick vinyl, and the cushion inside has been long worn down. The ride may not be full of luxury, but the comforts that come with being aboard far outweighs any luxury other train cars have to offer. In what seems like no time, the train whistle blows, letting all of us know that our adventure is about to begin. My heart smiles, knowing this gift of relaxation, beauty, and joy is the best thing I could ever give myself. I know that I should treat myself to these refreshing adventures more often. But sometimes life doesn't afford me this luxury. For today, though, I'm focusing on the gift of time for myself. The gift of relaxation and a time of renewal. Smoke and steam slowly fill the area outside as the vibrating train begins to deliberately roll down the tracks. The massive engine rumbles, and the train begins to sway and bounce around as the enormous locomotive starts to pick up speed. Content and full of happiness, I snuggle down into my seat, getting as comfortable as possible, gazing out the window as the world flows by without care or worry. As the colorful meadow floats by my window, my mind wanders to the men who physically built the railroad tracks. The strength they possessed with each swing of the hammer. The long hours they endured each day. And how they must have missed their families for weeks on end. I think of their conversations at the end of the day and smile as I imagine their laughter at the horrible food. And then they would recount the delicious meals their wives were known for. I imagine their excitement when the mail would be delivered, and they would hear updates from their family as to how everyone was doing. Then I wonder if their pure joy turned into homesickness as they longed to get the warm hugs from each member of their family. I wonder if they could have even imagined how they would impact the future of travel. And the fact that they were making the world a little smaller so that adventures like mine would be possible. I wonder if they ever had the time or opportunity to ride on the very tracks they laid for us to enjoy. I wonder if their hearts swelled with great pride when the work was completed as they stood looking down the track, dwelling on their great accomplishments. I smile with great gratitude as I think of all that they accomplished without all the technology we have today, and continue watching the world float past my window. The train continues moving along at a nice pace. We round the bend, and a little town comes into view. People are coming and going at the local market. There are smiles, as well as looks of concern, anger, and frustration on the faces of people we are passing by. People of all ages, living out their journey right before my eyes, not even knowing that I'm watching from the safety of my train car passing them. The people filling up their car with gas so they can continue on their errands for the day. The mom with children in tow that is picking up items from the grocery store so that she can get a delicious dinner on the table. The businessman on his cell phone with his arms waving in the air as he talks to the person on the other end. The elderly couple casually strolling down the sidewalk with their cute puppy out for a walk. Do they even notice or consider the train and the passengers she holds? Do they think of how we see them in their everyday life, doing the daily activities that many of us do? I wish them all well in my mind as their figures get smaller and smaller in the distance. As the train continues to chug along, we pass by a stream. Its banks are lined with beautiful stones, and the water is gently rippling and lapping at the edges. I can see there are walking paths along this beautiful site, and imagine the many people who take advantage of nature's beauty beside the stream. A casual stroll along the water's edge. Listening to the gentle waves must be refreshing after a long, hard day. Or a brisk walk or jog along the trail would have to make the workout less daunting. The water is high as it sits right at the edge of the bank's surface. The recent storm system that passed through caused several inches of rain to fall in a short amount of time. Thankfully, the stream doesn't look like it overflowed, and the smooth stones successfully kept the water from flooding over. I reach into my bag and pull out a drink and a snack, knowing this adventure would be a long one. I packed some travel snacks. Every trip needs travel snacks. You may not consume everything you bring with you, but the comfort of having a snack anytime your body craves one is nothing short of pure joy. I crack open the drink, and the coolness is soothing to my parched throat as I take a few drinks. I unwrap the giant blueberry muffin that I had stowed away in my bag. Thankfully, it was on top and had not been crushed during transit. The smell of blueberry is amazing as the scent wafts through the air when the package is opened. I gently break off a piece and place it in my mouth. It is moist and delicious, as a muffin should be. As I continue to nibble on my muffin, my eyes notice a small barn off in the distance. What was probably a bright red, protective structure is now a muddy red, dilapidated housing for rusted machinery. I immediately notice one of the doors is missing and wonder how many wild animals make this their place of rest each evening. Yes, there was still some use for this dirty old barn that stood out in the meadow all alone. The train was rolling along as smoothly as a train could when our track started winding around the mountainside. The scenery was breathtaking. As I gazed in amazement across the rolling mountains, I wondered about the various wildlife that might live in the wilderness. I imagined the bird watchers with their binoculars, searching for all the various birds on their list, hoping to catch a rare glimpse of the blue-eyed ground dove. I picture the deer running and jumping through the woods. I pushed my nose right up on the window as I focused intently to see if I could see any bears in the wilderness. as surely there must be some bears and cubs living there. This would be the safest place for me to see them in their natural habitat, as I'm not sure I'd do so well if I were to come face to face with the mama bear and her cubs. I giggled to myself at the thought and continue to admire the mountainous region we are going through. The view was simply stunning as the peaks and valleys of the mountains overtook the horizon. The jagged edges of each mountain peak soared through the clouds. This picturesque view would be perfect for any postcard, as I snapped a photo of the scene in my mind. The valleys were so beautiful with the majestic mountains towering above them. I think about the literal beauty I'm looking down upon, and I wonder, why had I never noticed the beauty of life's valleys before? Looking down into the valley, it's easy to see the beauty that surrounds the area. I make a mental note to remind myself the next time I'm in life's valley to stop, look up, and take in the breathtaking view that should be surrounding me. Our journey continues through the mountains. My heart leaps with joy as I see it in the distance. A huge waterfall. The water is cascading off the side of the mountain. The sunlight is catching rainbows in the mist. For a moment, it seems almost magical somehow. As I lose myself in the sights of the waterfall, I picture the trail that leads up close to the waterfall, wet with the mist that is carried by the wind. We walk carefully so we can get close enough to feel the earth gently move as the water crashes into the pool below us. The water is so cool and refreshing to the touch. The gentle wind catches the water, and it sprays a fine mist over us. As we look upon the waterfall, the flowers are beautiful, and the vines that seem to stretch for miles are a healthy green as they scamper up the side of the waterfall. In my mind, I cup my hands together and fill it full of the cool water from the waterfall. I slowly and carefully bring the water to my lips so as not to spill any, and slowly drink in the fresh spring water. I'm jolted back to reality as my bottle of water has tipped over and is now leaking on my pants. Picking up the bottle, twisting the lid tightly, I giggle at myself for being caught up in the moment. The waterfall gets closer and closer, and it's even more beautiful up close. As the water surges down the mountain, it looks like a blue wall of crystal, sparkling as the sunbeams illuminate its beauty. The water gently flows over the rocks and continues to flow down the river. I could watch the water flow down the waterfall forever. It's so soothing and relaxing to behold. The water is calming as it rushes down the river to nowhere in particular. I take in a long, deep breath as I realize we are moving further and further away from the waterfall now. The sights from my train window have been absolutely amazing. I'm in awe as we continue moving down the tracks. It has been a spectacular ride. Just what I've been needing to do. To get away from everything for a little bit and rest as I take in the beauty of nature. Feeling peaceful as I think of all the things I have to be grateful for. Enjoying each and every beautiful moment on this train ride. As the train keeps moving, swaying, and rocking, my eyelids are heavy. I try and keep my eyes open so as not to miss one single moment of beauty. But I'm feeling tired from the journey and simply can't resist the desire to close my eyes and let them rest. Taking in a few deep breaths, I notice my heart is full of calm and peace. Feeling more and more relaxed, I realize this trip was such a much needed break from the busyness of the day. And the never-ending to-dos of the evening. Sometimes we need to just feed our soul good things, pour goodness, calmness, and joy into the deepest parts of our being. Smiling, I keep my eyes closed and breathe normally. simply relaxing as the train car gently sways. I think of the endless moments of joy that I encounter daily. Daily blessings that I sometimes overlook because I'm too busy to notice. Nothing needs my attention. Nothing requires me to be present. Simply relaxing as the train continues down the track. Feeling peaceful and calm, completely relaxed. My inner strength and inner peace walk hand in hand and grow as I pour goodness into myself. Taking time for self-love and care each day is something we all need to do. Relaxing and enjoying the abundance of blessings. The daily joys that are often overlooked. The little things that make life big. Allowing time to refresh and renew will allow me to be my best self. To give my very best to each day. and encourage others along the way. My attitude of joy, love, peace, and gratitude is contagious. And those around me will not only notice, but also feel a boost in themselves as well. Taking time to relax and renew will allow me to see things with fresh eyes tomorrow. The mountains will shrink down to their rightful size, and the answers will no longer escape me. Resting, relaxing on this train adventure to nowhere in particular, with no deadlines, no issues, no problems. And no worries is a daily gift I can freely give to myself. Stepping aside for a little bit always brings clarity when the body is refreshed. My beacon of hope can shine brightly when I have spent some time aboard this relaxing train ride. Spending time on this train reminds me that I should focus on being completely present in the here and now, instead of always living in the future or the past. I have no control over the future. And cannot change the past. I can only learn from them as I fully enjoy the present moment, the current surroundings, and many things that I have to be grateful for. Feeling more and more relaxed, drifting into a nice, peaceful sleep. My inner peace allows me to confidently take leaps of faith. My inner strength allows me to push through when my mind says no more. My love of life allows me to see the good through the bad and focus on the positive while working through the negative. My faith in others allows me to greet everyone warmly, treating them with kindness and respect. My courage allows me to move past barriers that can make me feel inadequate, unworthy, and pushes me towards being the very best I can be. Nothing needs my attention. Nothing requires me to be present. Simply relaxing as the train continues down the track. Feeling peaceful and calm, completely relaxed. Taking time for self-love and care each day is something we all need to do. Relaxing and enjoying the abundance of blessings. The daily joys that are often overlooked. The little things that make life big. Nothing needs my attention. Nothing requires me to be present. Simply relaxing as the train continues down the track. Feeling peaceful and calm, completely relaxed. Nothing needs my attention. Nothing requires me to be present. Simply relaxing as the train continues down the track. Feeling peaceful and calm, completely relaxed. Nothing needs my attention. Nothing requires me to be present. Simply relaxing as the train continues down the track. Feeling peaceful and calm, completely relaxed. Nothing needs my attention. Nothing requires me to be present. Simply relaxing as the train continues down the track. Feeling peaceful and calm, completely relaxed. Nothing needs my attention. Nothing requires me to be present. Simply relaxing as the train continues down the track. Feeling peaceful and calm, completely relaxed. Nothing needs my attention. Nothing requires me to be present. Simply relaxing as the train continues down the track. Feeling peaceful and calm, completely relaxed. Thank you for joining me on this sleep journey. For more LunaYes guided sleep meditations, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Good night. Rest well until we meet again.